It's not about winning medals. You know, it's not about even first place. Victory can come in the form of ninth place. You know, and victory is really showing up at the start line for me, because I beat cancer.
Faith, family, that's victory. When it's all said and done, it's happiness.
Victory to me these days is striving for that next challenge. I used to have dread, getting up in the morning, dread like, oh crap, I have to put my shoes on now. It's like, I'm just bring it on. Whatever the next challenge is, that's what I'm looking forward to. What's the next camp? What's the next endeavor in life? Let's take some classes. Let's start a nonprofit. What's the next thing you can help out with?
3, 2, 1.
Victory means feeling good about myself and about our family.
Victory means peace in our household and our family.
I think victory is a powerful word, but I'll tell you something I think can explain victory in a simplistic form is watching somebody smile. The fact that you get to see somebody smile because they're doing something that they really enjoy, that smile is that individual's victory. And I think that's critical because it gives them that outlook on life that's going to be positive now that they may not have had when they first were injured or ill. And I think that's something that you can tell a lot from somebody's smile.
This is about I will never quit. Okay, this is about service members who have raised their hand, sworn an oath to their country, and they are demonstrating this value of I will never quit. And what adaptive reconditioning does for all the services, or a service member that's recovering, you know, they're athletes at heart. All of our service members are athletes at heart, and adaptive sports brings them back to an environment that they're comfortable in, that they can show their ability, vice their disability, and they really respond to this type of an environment. They're all competitors at heart.
Each of you, each of the competitors, each of you is a true living embodiment, a testament to the healing power of sports. Sports provides a place to come together, to learn, to grow, and most importantly, to rehabilitate. Sports keeps us going, teaches us to persevere, gives us a sense of purpose. It reminds us that when we get knocked down, we get back up. We dust off our uniforms, and we push ourselves to our limits. Once again, each of you is the living human embodiment of resilience. None of you wanted to be left alone. All of you wanted to reconnect. Each of you became part of a team, and you have proven not only to yourselves, but to all of us and indeed the entire world, that for each of you, there's no mountain too high to climb, and there's no river too wide to cross, and none of you know the meaning of the word quit. None of you will stop, and there is nothing on this earth that can defeat anyone like you.
So the 6 domains that we have are critical to the recovery of our wounded warriors. Each one is specific to each individual. I think what's important about that is that there's certain things within those 6 domains that really resonate with an individual. The 6 domains are career,
I like to do is as I'm sitting up, I look through that.
Physical.
Breathe on the way up. Push it out. There you go.
Emotional. Spiritual. Social.
By any chance, was your heaviest weight carry on over to the finals? Yes.
And family. I think what's critical about each one of those domains is the fact that each individual can take pieces of these domains and apply it to their specific personal recovery process. And I think what we also know is that majority of them can use a combination of these, or they can use one specific one that really drives them through that recovery process.
Military adaptive sports is it's kind of guided me. The sport realm is something that I was never involved in as a child. I was never an athlete. And when I went in the Army, I became more athletic. And then when I got injured and got out of the Army, my return to athleticism as an amputee took a long road. And then I became more athletic, and then that's when I discovered CrossFit. And that actually, the desire to coach CrossFit and coach other adaptive military athletes towards better well-being through physical activity, what actually morphed my transformation from going from a government contractor IT specialist to going back to school as a Tillman military scholar to get a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and nutrition. And then that morphed into me becoming a full-time CrossFit coach in 2013 and 2014. And now I'm getting ready to embark on the next level of that, which is actually opening up my own gym in roughly a week's time.
Military adaptive sports have helped me actually become more confident, I guess, in myself. I've tried new things. I've always been nervous because of my injuries, so it kind of helped me get back into it. I'm definitely stronger. So, I mean, I have an internship, so I can walk around more without limping so much. It's helped me a lot.
And now the relay team will present the torch to Captain Kelly Emlinger, Army Team Captain from the Warrior Transition Battalion at Fort Sam Houston. She will light the Warrior Games cauldron, signaling the official start of these games.
Kelly, are you ready?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
I've always been a very confident person, but when you go through a major illness and it completely changes the direction of your life and possibly your career, which it has changed, the direction of my career and what I'm able to do physically. Nursing is very physical, and I was on an orthopedic floor. I mean, we deal with a lot of heavy equipment. It's very physically demanding. So military adaptive sports has definitely helped me in terms of confident that I'm still relevant. I can still be the Kelly that I was prior to. Yes, I have some things I have to work around, and no, I may not be able to do 12-hour shifts, but it gave me the confidence to say, you know what, I'm going to start on my master's program and finish this master program because I know that I need to do something else. I need to make myself more marketable.
We want to make sure that during this process they're thinking about what's next. I use that term often when I speak to athletes about what are you going to do after you separate from the military. How are sports going to help you in your next career? We want them to use that as an opportunity to help drive them as well to do better in their next career.
Military adaptive sports has helped me physically, just getting back into fitness, working out, and being passionate about my craft, my sport. And since I've been doing that, I've noticed myself getting more fit, more toned, and just being more healthy overall.
Sit ready. Attention.
Since the start of the military adaptive sports for me, my endurance, my strength, and my stamina have all increased monumentally. Even I got cleared medically to start working out in January, and just even since then, I can use my hands a lot more. My shoulder strength is a lot stronger. Cardio-wise, I can do 30 minutes plus of cardio without stopping. So it's leaps and bounds how much of a difference it has made.
Prior to military adaptive sports, I was overweight. I was about 30 pounds heavier than I am right now. I didn't eat right. I didn't take care of myself. I was just kind of feeling sorry for myself again, just being who I was and doing whatever I wanted to do. And now, with military adaptive sports being a big part of my life, I eat healthy, I exercise daily, I've lost a lot of weight, I feel better, my pain levels have gone down, I sleep a little bit better, and I just feel like a better person again. I feel almost like I want to go back in the military again. I feel energy that I hadn't felt in a long time.
The big change is when you're doing archery and air rifle and things like that, you have to use all the muscles in your back and your body to control the archery, the arrows, or the air rifle. So it's actually been a huge help in my recovery. I've actually gained a lot of strength from shooting and being part of the team and being part of the field events and all that stuff. It's actually gave me a lot more strength than if I would have just been sitting around doing nothing.
I've noticed a ton of improvements. I mean, just like anything else, when you train, you get stronger. After my surgery, I lost pretty much all my muscle. I mean, within days, I looked down and my arms were tiny all of a sudden, and I was a very muscular guy. And I've been just building back up. And I mean, my strength, my endurance, I'm to the point where I can swim a mile straight again. Takes a lot of effort with just arms, but dragging the rest of the body, but I can do it. So all that's come from training for the Warrior Games or training for the Invictus Games.
Military adaptive sports has helped me become more aware of my emotions, and it's helped me shift that focus and that maybe sometimes anger, being sick, to something more positive. Like when I'm shooting a rifle, sometimes the only thing I can think of is shooting the target, because I can see that it's I want to kill cancer. That's the way sometimes I relate it as I'm shooting. So emotionally, yes, it's helped me improve my emotions, my my depression, having to deal with adjustments on things that I have to do daily.
One of the coaches actually said at the trials, I thought it was really inspiring. He said that we had just completed the swimming event, and he said that that he's glad that the hole in the ground can help fill the hole in some of our souls, and because that's really all the pool is, just a hole full of water, and it really is that. It becomes more than sports. It really helps to make me feel more positive about myself and to put a smile on my face, to deal with things that are more frustrating. So it's really helped me to focus on things externally, which helps me stay emotionally centered.
After his swim camp, he was a little down, he was down and out, kind of, I guess, going to the swim camp because he's not a big swimmer. But then afterwards, with that coach speaking, so his motivation was almost what's the word I want to say?
Like skyrocket.
Yes, and it was just so lovely to see, and that he was ready to do it. And when I first got here, the coaches were telling me, we love Tony. He wants to do everything and anything. He's willing to try anything, and that's his heart.
So emotionally, I've always used exercise and sports as, you know, an outlet for all the emotional stressors. And, you know, having military adaptive sports, it gave me an outlet. You know, obviously my body, it's been under a lot of stress from the surgeries, and I think in general. However, you know, if I didn't have military adaptive sports as that outlet, I mean, I don't know what I would do, because there's some days I exercise, I'm like, oh my gosh, but I still feel wore out, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, just from the stress of life. And I think, like, where would I be without, you know, wheelchair racing or some of these other military adaptive sports that I do?
As many athletes as I've talked to, they've been through PT, they've been through OT, they've been through speech, they've been through, and almost every single one of them, if you talk to them, you find out that the best medicine they ever got was coming out to sports. I found that I want to help people. I spent 13 years as a crew chief in the Air Force, and I loved working on jets, but I've learned my true calling is to be able to take and help someone out and help guide them into the next phase of their life and help them understand that life isn't over, life has just changed.
Military adaptive sports has given me it's instilled and kind of reinforced the discipline that was already there, that I think for a couple years I strayed off the path, and but thanks to military adaptive sports, it's brought me back on the straight and narrow and got me to a good place where I need to be. And I look at every day as a new chance to start over and just try something new and just keep going.
Smiles. A lot of smiles. Not just for me, for everyone around. You know, he gets tense, he gets a little anxious, but once he gets to the pool or on the way to the pool, he just starts smiling. He just gets happy and excited, and yeah, he looks happier.
All right, everybody talks all the time. Air Force on 3. 1, 2, 3. Air Force!
When you talk about someone's spiritual aspects of the recovery process, it can mean various things for different people. But in many cases, it's something simple as values. Inherently, what are your values? I heard someone say that when they're in the recovery process is that they're looking at the fear of failing. So for example, they want to make sure that they can get to a point where they were before in their recovery process, because they feel that if they don't get there, they may fail. They don't want to fail themselves or their teammates. So that's why I think it's inherently important for them to really be around service members who are experiencing some of the same challenges, who have the same mental outlook as well. And that helps with the overall spirituality of the process.
We are out there as ambassadors, not only for us as service members, but for the broader community. So everything we do here is motivating other people outside of this area, you know, to be better in their own lives. So take that to heart. Everything you do, you know, try to do it in an exemplary fashion, and just be great ambassadors for adaptive sports, for the military, for your families, for everything that you represent.
It's great. It reminds you that you aren't crazy, that life is okay, and that you're not the only one facing those battles. And also just even in the pool, a couple Marines, Jeff and Matt, only known them for a couple days, I guess a week or so. And it's just one of those things, you start getting that bond in the water, and it just kind of grows from there.
Even though we might not see each other, you know, throughout the whole year, at least I've made new friends, and I know that if something is going on, they'll check up on me just like I've checked on them. You know, how's everything going? Your appointment with the VA, or you know, is everything okay with treatment or whatnot? So I think everybody shares that same caring for each other because we've grown as a team.
All right, ready? Let's start on 3. 1, 2, 3. Navy! Coast Guard!
Now I feel like the person that I used to be I may not do things exactly the same, but I'm doing things and I feel awesome, and I'm out there and I feel great. And I think they see the happiness that's inside of me and the team camaraderie, and I'm with my brothers and I'm seeing brothers and sisters next to me, and whether we win or we lose, we all win.
It's amazing, just the relationships that you build and things. And I made the comment that when we were at the Navy team trials that if I made the Navy team, I was going to propose to my girlfriend here. And people were like, yeah, you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. And then on opening night I did. And everybody's like, wow, you're a man of your word, congratulations. And there's going to be people that I would have never thought or never met without the Military Adaptive Sports Program that are going to be part of my wedding. It's been just a huge blessing to have the Military Adaptive Sports come into my life, because it's made me social again instead of I just want to go home. I don't want to be around anybody, let's go for the ride. Let's go do this. So it's made me to actually want to get out there and experience the world again.
It's been a learning experience. It's definitely been a learning experience. I'm glad I met him. I wouldn't be the way I am right now if I wouldn't met him. He's a wonderful person, and we're very thankful that Military Adaptive Sports welcome us to their family, because it does feel like a family here.
It's so much more than just the athletes out here. It's the support we get from so many people, so many volunteers out here that are taking out their time. You forget that there's that many good people in the world until you're in this position and you see them all coming to help you, and you realize there's just so many people left. And I want my daughters to never get jaded, to always remember that there's a lot of good people left, and to become one of those people.
You know, my daughter, obviously she's around Military Adaptive Sports and sees me participate in local races, you know, more than my parents. You know, it's changed how a child views, you know, people, society. You know, the confidence that she gets from seeing me so confident is the biggest thing that I am so proud of her, because she will have some of her friends come up and say, why does your mom walk different? What happened to her leg? What's wrong with her arm? And my mommy had cancer and she races wheelchairs. She rattles it off and there's no shame. There's no, you know, just kind of sometimes that stigma that comes with my parent looks different, you know, walks different, does different sports. It doesn't faze her. You know, being around adaptive friends, adaptive athletes, you know, the military adaptive community, she sees so many other confident individuals out there that, you know, racing a wheelchair and running down a track with prosthetics, that's the normal for her. It's not different, it is normal. She was 4 years old when I was diagnosed, and she doesn't have any memories of me prior to, and some of the things that I did when I was able to run and do some of those things. So all her memories are based on adaptive sports.
There are about 23 or 24 Paralympic sports that you can get involved in, but at first you have to have the adaptive sport programs that both the VA provide and the Department of Defense provide in the community areas to make that happen. And then you have the programs such as the Wounded Warrior program here, which serves as a very paramount beginning for a lot of these guys and gals that are coming back and either ill or injured, have the opportunity to get involved in sports.
Now, just fundamentals real quick, okay, that I want to reemphasize. When you're playing, you're not playing straight out, foot plate to foot plate, Okay, that's able-bodied basketball. Remember, side of your chair.
It also generates a camaraderie of involvement and activity that gives our veterans an opportunity to stay involved, not only with themselves and each other, but in the community. And community adaptive recreation programs are all around various cities throughout the United States. And all major cities usually have one of those. As a result of the ADA, which was signed in 1990, it kind of compels cities to, give that opportunity.
I would recommend all veteran athletes to look into the VA for their athletic program, because it does help a lot. Not only do you meet great coaches, but a lot of other veterans in your area to continue playing.
It has been a tremendous help. My Coach Danielle and Coach Lindsay out there and the coordinator Nina Bernardo, they've helped me a lot. I participated in the Desert Challenge Games 2015. I was 33 last year, and that was my first competitive swim meet I'd ever been to. And I was so nervous and almost froze up diving in the water. I dove in and saw I was swimming with these kids with single leg amputations, and just watching their feet fly ahead of me it was very humbling, and I was so excited for them. And it's taught me patience and technique.
The community programs that the VA has, or any other organization that is dealing with adaptive sports, we want to make sure that our service members are aware of those. We want to make sure that they use the site coordinators all around the country at the camps and clinics where they are working with these site coordinators to find out where these community-based programs are, so they can know where they are prior to separation, and they can start making that connection before they transition out. So it's an easier process when they do transition out, and they can get involved. One of the things I often say is that when I was a Marine Corps drill instructor is that we're not only making good Marines, we're also making good citizens. And the reason that's important is because we know we're inherently all going to be citizens again. And we want to make sure we can go back into society, whatever community it is, and contribute again as good citizens.
I just want to tell you real quick, I've never witnessed a game like this before. It is awe-inspiring, and you know, I thought LeBron James going down the court and blocking that shot by Iguodala was the most impressive thing I'd ever seen on the basketball court. I am wrong. This is the most impressive thing I've ever seen on the basketball court. You guys did awesome, and I was really proud to be able to watch it. So thank you. It was awesome. Thank you guys. Great job.
Appreciate it.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.